Hare Krishna. So, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, many thousands of years ago, thousands and thousands of years ago, there was an event, or there was a situation wherein the descendants of one great personality, a rishi of the name Kashyapa Muni, had come together to churn the ocean of milk. Kashyapa Muni had descendants through two of his wives, Aditi and Danu. Actually, another wife too, Diti too. So, Aditi was his wife, so was Diti, and so was Danu. So the descendants of Aditi, they are called the Adityas. The descendants of Diti are called the Daityas. The descendants of Danu are called the Danavas. So these descendants had come together for this, because if they got nectar, then they would become very powerful by drinking that nectar. And this event unfolded in a beautiful place in this universe called as the ocean of milk. Actually, it is called Kshir Sagar. English translation is ocean of milk. So many times people think that actually it is an ocean of milk. And then they start wondering, how can there be an ocean of milk? Well, if you take all of the dairy milk and pour it into a lake, you'll get a lake of milk. So if we can do that, what if there is a possibility of similar beings, powerful beings as us, than us? Maybe they can create an ocean of milk. I mean, there is a possibility. Or there is another possibility that this milk or this ocean would be having its own consistency, its own characteristics, which could be the same as or different from what we consider as milk. For example, in today's times also, there's almond milk, there's soya milk, then there's the milk that we know as dairy milk. So it hasn't been said that what kind of milk is there in this ocean. That is to be noted. Still, a matter of research for those who want to do it, conduct that research. Anyway, so it is Kshira Sagar. Kshira is a product that is very nutritious. So human milk, milk from other mammals are also considered as kshira because it is very nutritive. So the ocean of milk, nutritious place of immense nutrition. So where else do you go to find nectar? The ocean of milk. So the friends, relatives, well-wishers of the Adityas, the Daityas, and the Danavas, they are all come together. There was some rivalry amongst them. So because of this rivalry, they had formed two groups. These two groups were vying for the nectar. How would they get the nectar? By churning that ocean. So they found out a way to churn the ocean. It wasn't a very compatible situation for the ocean itself and the elements of the ocean, including the residents of the ocean. It was terrifying for them. So they were all very agitated. Now, when you get agitated, you vent out emotions, don't you? Yes? Right now, everyone is in a very pristine state of peacefulness. Anyone feel sleepy? It happens. Speakers, especially of spiritual subject matters, are endowed with this potency. They can put the audience to sleep, whether it is their desire or not. They have this potency. So beware of our potency. Anyways. So coming back. So they went out their emotions. So the ocean water was full of froth, waves, from the churning and from the agitation of the beings inside the ocean. Now, if you churn a liquid, then there is going to be some effect. Here, the first effect was that it released poison, alaha. According to the narrators, like Vyasadeva Muni, Lord Shiva was asked to drink that poison, and he did so. So once the poison was gone, after he had consumed it and held it in his throat, beautiful celestial cow appeared, Surabhi. So the rishis and the munis, they accepted her as a gift from the ocean. Next appeared a dazzling white horse with chase shells. The leader of one of the parties was Bali. Bali said, I would like to have that. The opposition leader was Indra. So Indra was advised, just accept whatever is happening. Don't contradict anything that is being stated. It is good for you. So Indra kept quiet. So Bali got the horse. with cheshires. Then appeared an elephant, majestic, immense strength, white like a celestial diamond. Airavat. So Indra now said, that is my mount. After that appeared the Diggajas, 8 powerful elephants that give strength to the 8 directions, led by Airavan. Then there appeared 8 she-elephants still, led by Airamu. Then the Kaustuba jewel appeared. Lord Vishnu accepted it. So many various herbs appeared. Celestial beings like the Apsaras appeared. And finally, the goddess of fortune, Rama, she appeared. And when she appeared, everyone was mesmerized. She is the goddess of fortune. Rama Devi, Lakshmi Devi. Even till today, she has that kind of effect. As soon as anyone sees even $1 fallen on the ground, they get mesmerized by it. If they see an unclaimed dollar bill, people are mesmerized. It catches their attention. That's how powerful the goddess of fortune is, goddess of wealth. So Rama Devi appeared. Indra Devi immediately got a throne for her. The celestial rivers, like the Ganga, the Jamuna, they offered their waters for bathing her lotus feet and doing her abhishek. The ocean god, Samudradev, she appeared from his home. He was so happy. He offered her radiant cloth. The earth personified offered her shade. Brahmaji and Lord Shiva, they came to offer their respects. Saraswati Devi offered her a Vayajanti Mala, a garland of eternal fragrance. Various herbs were mixed with the waters from all the holy places, and all of them, they performed abhishek for her, acknowledging her as a very important personality. The Nagas offered her earrings. The Celestials offered her ornaments. The Daityas and the Danavas offered her the best of the refreshments. No one serves Lakshmi Devi like that anymore. Either it's a tragedy or it's a travesty. I don't know which. She had this garland of lotus flowers in her hands. Crazy bumblebees were meandering around. every single garland. They're completely intoxicated by the fragrance of flowers. The whole atmosphere was very intoxicating. She had come to choose her husband. So everyone was trying to be at their best. Please, let me be your husband. That's the power of a woman. That's Shakti. She looked at all of them and she's like, I don't find anyone who has all good qualities in their personality. They have so many good qualities, but they also have defects. So finding Lakshmi Devi, she wasn't happy. Or let us say she wasn't eager to accept anyone of the people there. Shukadeva Goswami says, she walked down the aisle on both sides of which was standing so many great, powerful, and eligible people who were all eager to be her husband. And she couldn't make up her mind. Oh, she did make up her mind. She's like, Niti, 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 Niti. Not this, not this, not this, not this. And then Shukadeva Goswami beautifully explains what she did. Evam vimrishya vivichari sadgunai varam nijaika shrayataya gunashrayam vavre varam sarva gunairapekshitam rama mukundam nirapekshamipsitam. She says, Shukadeva Goswami says, in this way, after full deliberation, the goddess of fortune accepted Mukunda as her husband, because although he is independent and not in want of her, he possesses all transcendental qualities. He possesses all mystic powers and is therefore the most desirable. Here, the Supreme Lord has been addressed as Mukunda. The Supreme Lord has manifested in various ways during this entire episode. Sometimes he is the 8-handed form of the Lord appearing on Garuda. Sometimes he's Ajita, participating in the journey, pulling on the journey rope himself. Here is Mukunda. She is Rama. Rama, the word comes from, the meaning of that word is one who's always in bliss. So this blissful lady is looking for a husband. So bliss needs to find a resting place somewhere. Happiness also needs a resting place. And who's Mukunda? The one who grants you complete rest, frees you from all tribulations and gives you total peace. Mukunda, giver of liberation. Mukti pradata iti Mukunda. So Mukunda and Rama. We would like to welcome all of you to the wonderful wedding ceremony of Lord Mukunda and Goddess Rama at this moment. She puts that garland of flowers around his shoulders, accepting him as her husband. Now, there's a reason why I narrated a certain aspect of this historical event from the Puranas. The Bhagavad Puran or the Srimad Bhagavatam also mentions this, or reveals this pastime. Why did I do it? Because on the 13th day of the waning moon in the month of Kartik is a special event. It is called as Dhan Trayodashi or Dhanteras. Now, most of you may not be even aware of its significance because Google doesn't have it on its page. You know, what is it called? Google does that for a special day. No? Doodle. So, yeah, Google hasn't put on a Dhanteras doodle, so we are not aware. And some of us, if we are aware, it simply means today we have to go and buy things, especially vessels. Those who are more interested in having fortune or accumulating wealth and fortune, they're like, let us go and buy some gold and silver. Beyond that, it's nothing much. Well, actually, right after this event of Lakshmi ji, when they saw that, hey, Lakshmi is now tied up to Mukunda, let us get on with the business of churning. We need the nectar. So there appeared a very, very, very powerful, effulgent, full of grace, a personality, a effulgent personality full of grace. And that personality had a pot of nectar. That is Dhanvantari. So according to certain legends, on the 13th day of the waning moon of the month of Kartik, Lord Dhanvantari appeared. Therefore, it is also celebrated as Dhanvantari Trayodashi. Dhanteras is because of the appearance of Lakshmi. Dhanvantari Trayodashi. Typically in India, because the monsoon has just passed, the monsoon phase, the rainy season, the Indian subcontinent, there has been a lot of humidity in the air. This humidity is tolerated by the human body or is reciprocated by the human body increasing its According to Ayurveda, it increases its pitta. That's how the body tries to accommodate so much of humidity in the atmosphere. Now the monsoon has ended. So you need to adopt food, or let us say you have to adopt a lifestyle where your eating habits change now. But for that change to happen, first of all, there has to be detoxification. Monsoon is also a period of darkness. Monsoon is also a period where not much of commerce has taken place because everything is at a standstill. Hence, this particular period after Ekadashi, we had Ekadashi yesterday. The Dwadashi and Trayadashi have overlapped today. So therefore, it's also Trayadashi today. So 5-day festival has now become a 4-day festival. In this event, there's a lot of stress given on, especially in India, and according to the Indian customs, a lot of stress is given on having milk products. So there will be a lot of sweet rice kheer, a lot of khawa, milk sweets, rice. If you all do Lakshmi Puja, if you happen to be doing it anymore, then what is most important during Lakshmi Puja as an offering is those agricultural products that are white in color. Silver is also Rajat. It is also white in color. The idea is that now brighten up, open up to being more productive in trade, commerce, work. However, when you're doing that, and also you have to be careful that you keep good health. Otherwise, you won't be able to achieve your physical needs. You won't be able to achieve your bodily needs. You won't be able to work. So there is stress on those products that can help neutralize the pitta. Milk and milk products have that kind of ability. Not too much of it. It is just to neutralize it. After that, because the winter season comes in, you have to start taking in, you have to start consuming other kind of food products. But to neutralize that, hence the tradition. That is why a lot of sweets, especially milk sweets, are distributed in Diwali, house to house. They won't offer you anything. It's not laddu. In today's times, it's laddu. In today's times, it's more of what in India we call as khoi or loi, kheer, batasa. Because these help you recover from the effects of pitta for 4 months. Who better than Dhanvantari to appear at this junction? The god of medicine. Also, there's a special significance to lighting lamps. There's a legend that, based on that legend, if you light lamps, the god of justice and death, Yamaraj, is very happy. And he kind of says, okay, If this was your time, I give you an extended lease. If you light a lamp. All of this is to help us understand that there are various phases of life. There's a phase where your body functions in a particular way, and you have to understand how it works. You have to be very careful about what you eat when you eat. Because the animals very well know that. 18 million species very well know what to eat when. They never have a diet plan. They never go to a dietitian. Humans need it because although humans express all of their needs according to the animal platform, they never use the intelligence that the animals use when it comes to how they should eat and what they should eat. Humans don't do that. It's unfortunate. Hence, we need traditions, we need festivals that remind us. Now, in our movement, whatever festival, it's always overloaded with a lot of cheese. And it's like a homogeneous festival, throughout the year. It's okay, festival time, what are we going to have? Pizza, cake, drink. Another festival time, what are we going to have? Pizza, cake, drink. But if you grew up in India, you know that every festival has a different flavor. And each has its own cultural understanding based on the needs of the body to be healthy, the needs of the mind to be peaceful, and the needs of the spirit to be happy in service. So this is Dhanteras. Tomorrow will be Choti Diwali, Narak Chaturdashi. I will not be speaking about it. I just want to let you know that it is not that the spiritual world or the understanding of culture in this world is just that we light lamps to Lord Damodar only. Lord Damodar has a lot of servants, each one of them very interesting. He has a lot of expansions, each one of them very, very powerful, like Lord Dharmantri, his consort as Ramadevi. So typically, people, they make little footprints of rice flour or maybe rangoli, or they have it made out of some metal, and they place it going inside their house, especially into their puja room where Lakshmi Devi is. They will all go inwards, they won't come outwards, especially today. The idea is because this is the day, according to our understanding of Tithi, she appears. So we all want to welcome her into our homes. And we know that when she comes, her better part, because now he has been garlanded, Mukunda is also going to come. So along with her, not just fortune comes, but real fortune in the form of eternal peace, freedom from all kinds of agitation. By the blessings of Lord Mukunda also comes in. And we are following parampara in one sense. Because when we celebrate Deepavali, and we try to do that by making a lot of sweets, that is what Mother Yashoda was doing for Gopal before he became famous as Damodar. She was making sweets on the day of Diwali. She knew it is Diwali and today we have to make sweets, and she was making sweets from milk products. So let's say, let's give all the other ingredients like pizza and things like that a rest. Like Mother Yashoda, let us try to please Krishna. We're offering at least large quantities of milk sweets. What are the milk sweets that we know of? Either it is sweet rice with ice cream in it, maybe, with some chunks of rasagola in it, maybe, or rasagola. We have no idea what is Chancham, what is Rajbhog, what is Pantua, Sandesh. Govind, what is it called as? I forget. Yeah. Unlimited varieties of milk sweets, unlimited. Take your pick. So are we supposed to be fruitive? The interesting aspect of culture is that it addresses you at all your levels of existence in this material world. Real culture. And therefore, any cultural festival helps you feel satisfied at the level where you need it the most. Like many people, they like prasad at ISKCON temples. I mean, yes, that's like one level. We are happy to give them prasad. We are happy to have on a prasad ourselves. Sometimes we are also in that need, like, forget chanting right now, let's just have prasad. That's the need of the body, needs of the senses, taste. So culture should address that. Then emotional needs. Therefore, any cultural festival should have events that help us feel emotionally fulfilled. It could be kirtan, it could be katha, it could be so many engagements like, wearing dresses or decorating ourselves up. Those dot things that people do, light dots on their faces and things like that. Those are addressing the emotional needs. So culture should have that. Now, if you look at some of the festivals that are there, like Diwali people are dressed in that silk or whatever. Holi, it's like colors all around. Then Annakut, which we call it as Govardhan Puja, Annakut. It's all about various flavors and decorations, and then Kirtan. So emotional needs. And then our spiritual needs. If through food we want to be connected to our eternal identity as being the servant of the Lord, and we try to do that, meditative. Every single morsel that we have, we understand that this has been tasted by Krishna. That is meditation. When one has such meditation, it doesn't really matter what you're eating, because even if you are consuming poison and if it has been offered to the Lord in the form of charnamrit, it is actually nectar, as it happened to Prahlad, as it happened to Ramanujacharya. Meditation. It can happen just as a few days back I was describing about this very famous incident about Lord Hanuman, why his deity is always covered with this saffron paint. It's actually sandalwood paste, and kumkum, vermilion powder. Why? Because he wanted to decorate himself for Lord Ram. So even if you're decorating yourself with, let's say, jewelry or various kinds of dress paraphernalia, meditative. The Lord, I'll be appearing in front of the Lord. So the Lord should be happy seeing us. Or kirtan, meditative. The holy name is entering our ears and into our heart. So those who are on that platform, they have their spiritual needs to be addressed. That is what they get through a cultural event, through a festival. Those who are wanting emotional needs more than their physical needs or their spiritual needs, that is what they're going to have in a cultural festival. Everyone is given a chance to be enthusiastic so that they have a good experience. And it is all connected to the Puranic description of our history, to the Lord's appearance. Next week, I've been told you're going to celebrate Golden Puja, so somebody will speak about Giriraj. Maybe somebody has already spoken about the Damodar fasting. There's much more. There's so much more. It's an infinite ocean. And the purpose is Yena Kena Prakarena Man Krishna Nidesh. Somehow or the other, we have to get connected to Krishna. Very quickly, because it's 6:35, another 5 minutes. I will conclude with what, as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we have been trained to look at. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One day, he was in a very, very euphoric mood, very euphoric. Like, I want to give my mercy to everyone. And I will do it as I'll connect to everyone as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is called as a Mahaprakasha Leela. This happened in Navadvip, Bengal. He revealed himself as God. So one of the persons that is specifically called for was Sridhar. Sridhar Kola Beach. Kola Beach. We call him Sridhar Kola Beach. But in Bengali it's Kola. Kola Becha. Kola Becha means Kola is bananas. Someone who is a banana seller. His name was Sridhar because he's a banana seller. He's called as Sridhar Kola Beach. Lord Chaitanya had an interesting relationship with him. As a young boy, he would always go to his shop and argue with him. He would try to sell his banana products, banana leaf cups or banana flowers. Simple person. He had a small garden with a few banana trees, and this is what he would bring to the marketplace and sell. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come and he would try to take all of his products for free as a little boy. And it wasn't easy for him to kind of agree to that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would start arguing with him, and he would be so aggressive that she would think that maybe this boy will harm me. So he'd say, okay, please take everything. You be pacified, but take away everything. Be peaceful, be peaceful. And the Lord would say, no. Why did you tell me that this is the price for this? You're cheating everyone. So finally would say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I will never do that again. Tomorrow onwards, I will offer the correct price, the right price. Every single day, the Lord would have just this very argument. Why have you overpriced it? And if it would be like, if you'd say that this is for 10 cents, and the Lord would say it's overpriced. And because it's overpriced, I'm going to take it for free. You're cheating. Little boy, Nimai. So the next day, then he would say, so what is the price? He said, it should be half the price. So the next day he would say, okay, 5 cents. He's like, it's overpriced today. Dynamic rates. And then again, he would take it for free. So finally he would say, all right, so what's the price now? I don't know, you decide. So Sridhar could not maintain himself at 5 cents. So the next day he would again make it to 8 cents. Or he would bring it down to 2 cents. Whatever he would do, the Lord would always say, it's overpriced. And because you try to cheat me, so the only way, the compensation that I want is that you give me a free coupon. This should be for free. I demand compensation. So now the Lord he's no longer a little boy, he's grown up, it's like 20 years later on, or 15 years later on. And suddenly Sridhar is in his presence and the Lord says, Sridhar, look at me. And Sridhar is like, oh my God, I can't. This person is so popular. He's a celebrity. I'm simply an insignificant person. No one knows me. How can I look up to this person? How can I look into his eyes? Lord Chaitanya says, Sridhar, look at me. And he says, all right, if I don't, maybe he'll beat me up again or something. He's being so aggressive. So he looks up at him. And the Lord, he doesn't see Nimai. He sees a beautiful person, darkish complexion, so effulgent, standing under a tamal tree with a fruit in his hand, a 3/4 bending fork. And besides him, he sees Shri Balaramji. What is this? Who's this person? He says, Sridhar, this is me. You did not recognize me. I always knew you as my son. My devotee. She's just like, okay, all right. This is too much for him to process. He's so overwhelmed. He's trying to process all of that. And by processing all of that, he just has tears falling down his eyes. His hairs are standing on end. He's having goosebumps. He's like, maybe his Shikha is also standing up, like he's so electrified. My dear Lord, you used to come every day to my shop. I'm so fortunate. I was able to see those childhood pastimes of yours. I'm done. My life is perfect. But Lord Chaitanya would not let him go. They'd ask for a booth. She said, I don't want to trade with you. This is perfection. What else do I need? He says, Sridhar, I'll give you the 8 mystic perfections, Astashin Siddhi. Do you want the Siddhi to be initiated by someone? I'll give you that. Do you want to become a leader in the community? I'll give you that. What kind of Siddhi do you want? Do you want the Siddhi to be a very good cook? I'll give you that. Those are not the Siddhis, by the way. But this, to make it a little more relevant for us. The 8 kind of mystic perfections. He said, my dear Lord, why are you trading with me? He said, that is what you've been doing all along. You've been a trader yourself. You used to sell banana leaves. Now you take something from me. He says, my dear Lord, finally he says, if you want to give me anything, let me always have the fortune of receiving that little boy at my shop who would come and argue with me and take away all of my products for free. That is all I want. Lord Chaitanya is like, I mean, if people are going to read that this is what he asked for in the future, they're going to be so confused. They're like, no. What we want from the Lord is liberation. What we want from the Lord is going back to Goloka. Sridhar ask for that, at least on our behalf. We'll be encouraged. So the Lord is wondering about all of us here. Sridhar is not helping him anyways. Sridhar is like, I don't want any of that. He says, Sridhar, I'll make you a king. I'll give you an entire planet. Sridhar is not even listening to him. Sridhar is in his own world. He's like laughing. He's like trying to dance. He's like gone crazy. Lord Chaitanya says, Sridhar, I will make you a king. This is what I want to make you. This is what I want to give you. Be a king. Sridhar says, what will I do being a king? I don't know how to manage my banana products. What will I do being a king? I don't want to be a king. Now that may not be very palatable to most of us. We would want to be a king, isn't it? A leader, someone powerful. He says, I don't want to be a king. Finally says, my dear Lord, all I want is simply to remember you and always chant your holy names. Lord Chaitanya says, all right. I try to save myself from giving you this gift because this is the most dear to me. I thought maybe you will take the mystic perfections. I thought you will take some opulence. Finally, you left me with no option but to give you pure devotional service. Take it, Sridhar. It is yours for eternity. So as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we've been taught to be seekers of real wealth. However, because we are in this material body, we also have to understand health as wealth. If you are not healthy enough physically and emotionally, our spiritual practices are going to take a long time for us to be seeing any fruits. So let us accept what are our real needs. Connect everything to Krishna. See how we can this is yoga. Connect our thoughts, our words, our deeds, our actions to Krishna. And by doing so, one day, maybe we will also have that kind of consciousness. When the Lord reveals himself to us. That would be the day where it would matter what our consciousness is. Not today. Today is just our preparation. Tomorrow is just a preparation, a lifetime of preparation. It could be one day, it could be 1 year, it could be a lifetime, it could be 10 lifetimes, it could be an entire lifetime of Brahman. It's a lifetime of preparation. For that day, when the Lord offers us, take some mystic perfections, take this, take that, take liberation, and we're like, what do I do with that? Because I'm attached to something else. I'm attached to chanting. So, my dear Lord, just let me have chanting. I'm attached to cleaning, mopping the temple floor. My dear Lord, let me just have that. I'm attached to washing the plates after everyone has gone away. My dear Lord, let me just have that. Because that is what I'm attached to. Some tangible service. That is what Sridhar asked for. Let me have that service trading with you. So today, a lot of people who are from the Sanatan culture are going to welcome Mother Lakshmi by putting a footprints in the house, by lighting lamps. Some of them are also going to worship Lord Dhanvantari by collecting a lot of herbs, making wonderful drinks and preparations out of it, offering it to the Lord, and then sharing it as prasad. Or we are going to do it by lighting lamps to Lord Damodar. Because in the month of Kartik, offering a lamp to Lord Damodar is very beneficial. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We'll stop.
Thanks, guys. Prabhu. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, yes. Someone at the point.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. Actually, like how we see that today is Dhanteras and we heard about Lakshmi Puja. But then when we are in Krishna consciousness, we know that Krishna says Sarva Dharam Parityaja. So if we worship him, do we have to do all these we worship him? Like Lakshmi Puja and
So our understanding of Sarva Dharma Parityaja is like not doing anything else. So then maybe we should stop working in the external world. Because Krishna says Sarva Dharma Parityaja. And if that can be connected to Krishna, then certain customs can also become connected to Krishna, isn't it? However, just as work can distract us and take us away from Krishna, customs can also take us away from Krishna, distracting us. So what we have to be careful about is distraction. Customary practices are always healthy. However, if we are distracted thinking that, oh, this is more important than connecting all our activities to Krishna, then it becomes a problem. Yeah.
Prabhuji, I have a question. You said today we have Dwadashi and Trayodasi together. How is that?
Because Dwadashi ended kind of, I think, before sunrise, and Trayodasi began after sunrise. So today will be Trayodasi. Dwadashi got overlapped. So that's it. Yesterday was Ekadashi. It was Ekadashi. Kind of, I think, I have not looked at the Pancham, but I think it must have ended sometime during the day. Since it was Ekadashi Tithi at sunrise, that is how we consider Tithi. Therefore, yesterday was Ekadashi. Dwadashi must have begun yesterday and ended prior to sunrise today. You're welcome.
One more question. You mentioned about Dhanvantari and how there's ISKCON devotees or devotees in general, we should take care of our health. Any comments, suggestions? How do we do that?
By taking care of our health, by becoming aware that we need to take care of our health, by having the skill sets and the necessary tools needed, resources needed, about understanding what it means to take care of the health, what it means, what does good health mean, and having the courage to say no to that which can, even if it is in the form of what we call as prasad. Having the courage to say that this prasad is for me to distribute to others. If that is how.
Prabhu has become a champion on that.
As for myself, I'll pass.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, well, if that is needed, I'm just trying to put it in a very lighter way.
Any other questions?
Like you said, like we should ask Lord, or like Kola, like that person, like Sridhar, he was asking for that what he was attached to, like the trading. Like, give me this, you come and trade with me every day. This is what I want. Then you said if we are attached to mopping, then that is something. So is it not sakam karma? Like we are asking something that we are attached with.
What's wrong with sakam karma?
Like I want to do things that I like.
What's wrong with it?
That means, see, I like cooking. Then I will come to the temple and I'll say, okay, I'm interested in cooking and I want to do cooking only. This is the service I want because I'm attached to it. If somebody will say, you do this, I might say, okay, no,
The context is different. The context is when the Lord asks you If not, when somebody else asks even. So please don't superimpose it into another sandarbha, another context. There's always some structure in your organization, and we may have to accept that structural entity. All right? This is when we come to that state where the Lord says or reveals himself to us and says, I will give you those 8 mystic bones. And we're like, I don't want to trade with you. No, you have to ask something. All right, let me just go on mopping the floor of the temple eternally. Because although we may be doing cooking, because as that was the need, we've been asked to do that, our heart isn't mopping the floor. We don't demand it. We only demand it when the Lord offers us something. All right? So hence I asked you, what is wrong with Sakam Karma? So Sakam Karma makes us feel that we have the privilege and the right to demand the fruits of our activities. Either is not in the category of a Sakam Karmi. The Lord is asking him to ask, the Lord is asking him to take a boon. Therefore, the only boon that really matters to him is that which is his heart's desire. Otherwise, we do whatever service is the need of the hour. All right?
So I'll say a big thank you to Sri Rohinipriya Prabhu by saying 3 big Haribol. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki
Jai.
Shri Radha Damodar Bhagwan ki Hare Krishna.